What's up, everyone? I'm back at y'all with another video. Now, for this one, I thought, why not show my Christmas movie collection? Now, of course, I know it's not Christmas yet and everything, but I thought, why not show my Christmas movie collection? Now, these are the movies that I watch pretty much every year. 95% of these movies I freaking love. So, yeah, these are movies that are perfect to watch on Christmas. I watch them pretty much almost every year. So, yeah, now let's get into it. First up, we have A Christmas Carol. Now, I believe that this is probably a remake of the old movie, which is it's in my collection, of course, which I'll get to in a little bit. But yeah, this movie is pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's really good. The animation in this movie was fantastic. Next up, we have A Christmas Story. Now, I know a lot of people love this movie. This movie's okay in my opinion. It's not the best, but I do somewhat enjoy it. It's still a great movie to watch around Christmas. Next up, we have a movie called Prancer. It's about one of the reindeers, of course, named Prancer. This movie has a great story about, pretty much the reindeer Prancer gets lost and stuff throughout the movie, and then there's more of a story, which I don't want to get too much into detail because I'm not trying to make this video hours, but this movie's freaking awesome. I enjoy this movie. It's a perfect movie to watch on Christmas. I love this movie. Next up, now we're getting into some horror Christmas movies. Next up, we have Silent Night. Now, I believe this is a remake to Silent Night, Deadly Night, which is, I don't have Silent Night, Deadly Night movies, but I do have this one, and I freaking love this movie. Of course, there's some scenes that are, like, low budget, but let's face it, like, there are some low-budget horror movies that are really good. I enjoyed this movie. This movie has some great kills, great gory kills, and it's great to watch on Christmas, so I enjoy it. There's some Christmas feel to it at times, so I love that. So, yeah, Silent Night, a really good horror Christmas movie. Next up, we have Black Xmas, which is one of the Black Christmas remakes. Not the shitty one, the one that came out pretty much recently. Not that one, but the good one, the decent one. I think it's not as good as the first one, which is I don't have the first Black Christmas movie, but I do enjoy the first one. Black Xmas, it's a decent enough Christmas horror movie that I somewhat enjoy. Next up, we have Better Watch Out. It's another Christmas horror movie. This movie is pretty much like a horror horror thriller. It's entertaining. It's entertaining. It has a decent story. Next up, we have Christmas Vacation. I thought this movie was okay. I thought this movie was decent. It wasn't the best. So yeah. Next up, we have Jack Frost and Christmas Vacation 2, which I haven't watched the second one of Christmas Vacation, but I heard good things about it. I might check out that movie when Christmas happens again, but I love the movie Jack Frost. Jack Frost, I freaking love it from beginning to end. It's emotional and everything, and it also has that Christmas feel that I love, so yeah. Perfect movie to watch on Christmas. Next up, we have Fred Claus. I haven't watched this movie yet, but it has one of my favorite actors named Vince Vaughn, which he was great in that movie, Freaky, which I really enjoy, but I haven't watched this one yet, and this movie does look like it'll be pretty good. So yeah, Fred Claus. Next up, we have How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the animated version. Hold up. Sorry about that, y'all. I forgot I had another animated Grinch Stole Christmas movie I had to put in the collection. But yeah, this movie, it's great to watch on Christmas. I really enjoyed this movie. Next up, we have the live action one with Jim Carrey, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Now, I love this movie. I grew up with this movie. I love this movie a lot. So yeah, it's perfect to watch on Christmas. Next up, we have another animated movie of the Grinch Stole Christmas, which is just called The Grinch. This movie, I thought it was okay. It wasn't the bst. So yeah. Next up we have Ernest Saves Christmas. Wow, what a great, funny, entertaining movie to watch with the whole family on Christmas. Love that movie. Next up, we have the first four. I haven't watched the fifth one before, but yeah, we have the first four Home Alone movies. I love the first two. The last two, these two in the bottom, 3 and 4, didn't like. 1 and 2, there's one that should always exist because 1 and 2 had the Christmas feel. 3 and 4 didn't have that Christmas feel at all, and it was just boring. Next up, we have another movie called Christmas Story. This movie, it's not perfect. I thought it was okay. I just thought this movie was okay. Next up, we have the movie called Elf with Will Ferrell. This movie is, it's a very good movie. I enjoy this movie. It's great to watch on Christmas time. So yeah, and it's very funny. Next up, we have one of my personal favorite movies of all time, The Polar Express. Now, this is one of the greatest fantasy movies ever made. It really is. This movie is just wow. Wow. I love this movie from beginning to end. I'm never bored in this movie. I remember when I first watched this back in school. Last time I was in school, back in middle school or whatever. Like, back in middle school, I remember watching this movie with the class around Christmas, and I fell in love with the movie, and then I was like, I gotta buy it one day, so I ended up buying it, and I love it. Like, this movie, I can rewatch it constantly, and still love it. Like, this movie had the Christmas feel, it has some great fantasy in this movie. Like, the fantasy in this movie is just great. One of the greatest fantasy movies of all time. So, yeah. Next up is one of my favorites also is Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is a great actor, great action star. This movie, I love it. The Christmas feel in this movie, I love it. The heart in this movie, I love it. The comedy scenes in this movie, I love it. I love everything about this movie. I love everything about this movie. So yeah, this movie, if you don't watch it on Christmas, I don't know what to tell you, because this movie is a perfect family movie to watch on Christmas. I love Jingle All the Way a lot. So yeah, I love this movie a lot. If some of y'all haven't watched this movie yet, I highly recommend y'all watching this movie. It's a classic. Next up is a movie that a lot of people never seen, and that is Santa Claus. Like, no, not the Tim Allen Santa Claus. The one that got made way before those. This movie, I've been watching as a kid, and I thought it was, somewhat decent. When I was a kid, I loved it. But, like, I haven't watched this movie in a while since then. I think I loved it as a kid. I might not like it anymore. I don't know, because I recently bought this movie at the pawn shop. Because I was like, wow, I hadn't watched this movie in, since I was, 7 or 8 or something like that. I might have been 8 since the last time I watched this movie. But, yeah, this movie, hopefully I still enjoy it. It might not be as good as it used to be. So, yeah, hopefully it is, though. Next up, we have the Santa Claus Trilogy of movies. Now, Tim Allen was great in this role. I enjoy all 3 of these movies. Some people might say the third one is the weakest. Not really, in my opinion, because the third one's one of my favorites. And I love all 3 of these movies. They're great movies to watch on Christmas. I freaking love these movies. So yeah, there's some of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. Next up, we have this 4-disc movie collection that comes with, of course, I have another version of Home Alone, which is, I love the cover art on the, I love the cover art on the case. And next up, we have A Christmas Carol, the original. I thought this movie was decent. It wasn't the best, though. Next up, we have another version of Jingle All the Way, one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. And then we have Miracle on 34th. Yeah, 34 on 34th Street. Y'all saying that name fast. Miracle on 34th Street. But yeah, this movie was okay. It wasn't the best. But yeah. But I'll still watch it on Christmas. So yeah. Now I guess for this video, let me know in the comments below what y'all think of my movie collection. My Christmas movie collection. So yeah, I guess for this video, hope y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, please subscribe and share. Also hit the bell so you know when new videos uploaded. Peace out. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Now I'm out. Peace.